Collective Heads. I'm Patrick.
I'm Kevin.
And we're here doing the TOTES, Topic of the Episode show, which is the weekly topic show where we give you a subject for you to tell us what your favorites of and give us feedback. It's your chance for you guys to voice your opinions on our show, about our show, or at least what we're talking about.
Yeah. So the internet loves lists.
Yes.
So this week we're talking about the best kings or our favorite kings in video games.
Yes.
And I think you kind of have to start with King Ganondorf, because he takes over the Hyrule Kingdom, and like, do we even see the king, like the actual King of Hyrule? Like we'll see like his hand extended or something, but like I don't know that we've ever actually seen.
You see him in Wind Waker. You see him in spoilers for Breath of the Wild. He's in there.
Okay.
This is the spoilery part, but it's like the first 10 minutes of the game.
Oh, he's the old man.
He's a ghost.
Oh, he's a ghost.
That's the spoiler.
There you go.
He is the old man who's like, oh, guess I have a paraglider and all this other stuff, and then it's like, oh, I'm actually a ghost. That's not a spoiler for the game, but
I like Ganondorf though. Like,
yeah,
he takes over. He takes charge. He takes over 2 kingdoms typically.
Yes.
And that's why he's kind of at the top of my list.
Because he had to take over the Gerudo first and then get into Hyrule.
Yeah.
He's definitely tenacious.
And then he also tends to take over another world if there's another world to be taken over, like the Dark World in like Link to the Past and things like that.
The tenacity involved with the character and the I think it's almost the Doctor Doom of the Nintendo world, where he's evil, but Doctor Doom isn't really evil, but Ganon's just like, I can do this.
I was about to fight you on that.
I was like, he's like, I can do this better. I want to rule the world. Now Doctor Doom is just like, I can do this better, and I'm smarter than you.
Yeah.
So
and also, I feel like King Ganondorf's he wants power for its own sake.
Yeah,
and that's one of the things that makes him interesting, because I mean, power is
that's his thing.
And I like that. And then, kind of on the opposite end of the spectrum, you have the King of the Cosmos from the Katamari Damacy
Chris
series.
tweeted us about, or put us on Facebook, which great example of a king, and also ridiculous. I think Chris mentioned the ridiculous dialogue, which fits the world of Katamari Damacy.
Yeah.
I think that he's definitely a king that needs to be put in there. One of my favorite kings, which there's the ones that everyone's going to mention. So Bowser is technically the king of the Koopas.
Well, he's king of the Koopas, and that's just a heck of a title.
It's a heck of a title. I think it's cool, but I think one that's overlooked is Graham from King's Quest.
Yeah.
Because you actually get to see, depending
his
on what you do,
ascension.
his ascension from being a peasant, and depending on the story, depending on which King's Quest you're playing, being a servant to a wizard or whatever, and ascending to becoming a king is really cool. And the new King's Quest is fantastic as well. So I really highly recommend that.
I like King K. Rool. He's going after the bananas, and he's going after the hierarchy that's been ruling these lands and keeping my Kremlings down. Like I like that about it, because like if you really look at it, now this might be controversial, but Donkey Kong Country is an oligarchy. Yeah, the Kongs are by far the minority. Yeah, and they just rule over Kremlings, which are everywhere. And there's like what, 6, 7 monkeys, and they're like, no, we're in charge of everything. And King K. Rool, he's just the servant of the people. Yeah. He just wants the Kremlings to be able to rise up and take some power back.
It's a which I would say is more so the way that King K. Rool to me kind of represented the whole like communism or socialism aspect, but at the same time, like you mentioned, it's an oligarchy. If you have 7 people ruling a million, that's a problem. So I did not think about that.
And you probably also didn't think about the fact that King Dedede is a hero, because Kirby is a monster.
King Dedede was my next one to mention, because Kirby is destroying everything and consuming everything.
Yeah, you can fly over most of the levels, but like he literally consumes things, absorbs their powers, and uses it to kill their friends. I mean,
it's almost as bad as Mario killing all of the people of the Mushroom Kingdom by destroying every block. Because if you didn't know, that's what happened in the original Mario. All the blocks and the Koopas, the Goombas, those were all denizens of the Mushroom Kingdom. They were all citizens. They were all normal people.
Yep.
And to rescue his princess, just to get that.
Who, I mean, does she even really want to be rescued?
I don't think so.
No, we don't think so either. And that's why Bowser's like way up there at the top of the list.
Yeah.
Because we sympathize with Bowser.
I with the whole like, oh, she's in another castle. Oh, she's in another castle. I think that was a delay tactic. She was enjoying it. He knew, and Bowser knew it was up.
She needs her alone time. And honestly, guys, if your wife needs some alone time, let her have it.
Yeah.
That's okay, and it's better for both of you if you're allowed to have a little bit of separation.
I agree.
So this has been marital advice.
Yep.
Squeezed into a discussion about our favorite kings. Did you have any more?
More marital advice, yes, because
more marital advice. I was going to ask if you had more talks about kings.
because sometimes if you know that your significant other is, they're in a rut or something. Sometimes you need to give them space. Sometimes you need to, even just suggesting, hey, let's go. Like, we went to Nebraska Furniture Mart yesterday because we were, Whitney was in kind of a slump because she's hurt her shoulder. She's been home a lot. She's not been able to do a lot. So just that suggestion, doesn't matter what it is. Sometimes you just need to do something random. It doesn't even have to cost anything to get you out of that slump. So I suggest that. Go to Nebraska Furniture Mart.
Yeah. And so with that, obvious segue, we'll conclude our section on kings. But let us know down in the comments who are your favorite video game kings, and what do you think? Is King K. Rool in the right for rising up with the people and taking on the oligarchy that is the Kong family?
Let us know. We'll talk to you later. Take care.